As we delved more into what obesity was, we realized that we needed a better identifier of obesity than what we had by just using the BMI scale. As we explored that, we looked into body composition as a better means of identifying and really explaining obesity and its resolution to our patients. As they're looking at weight going down or weight plateauing, how frustrating that can be. But then when they could look at that weight plateau and see that their muscle mass is increasing, but that visceral adipose tissue or that body fat mass is going down, they could see that they were on the right path, and it was encouraging to them to continue that journey, as opposed to being frustrating and deciding this was just another thing that wasn't working for them. So for our office, it was really to help us identify that resolution as it was coming in for the patients to stay motivated and understand that they are being successful even if that solid number on the scale isn't changing. When we were looking at the available body composition models that were out there and vendors that were out there, we knew initially we wanted to make sure that we had at least that 4 points of contact versus the 2 points that you could get on just the little boxes or the scales that you can get just commercially. And so we wanted something that had those 4 points of contact, and we looked at some that moved, right, that had the handles that went up and down. Those were a little less stable for our patients. As they were standing on there, a lot of them do have mobility concerns. So we wanted something that looked a little more stable and that felt more stable to them. But we wanted that 4 point of contact. We wanted it to have a capacity that any patient that met our criteria would be able to utilize the scale, and then one that they would feel comfortable standing on as well. And then also the reputation and the depth of research that was available on the Sika scale itself, and Sika as a company were also very highly valuable tools that I used when I was speaking to my administration and defending kind of which body composition scale I wanted to go with. And ultimately they looked at that research that I was able to present them, as well as the fact that it met the criteria we were looking for, and we were able to go that route. Also with the Sika, I loved that it had the software and that cloud capability where we didn't have to find a printer that was compatible with the scale, print it out, buy the paper, make sure we had the ink, all of those things that add that overhead here in the office, as well as having to print results out every time for the patient. Loved that the patients had capability to access via the cloud what their results and trends are. So altogether, it was the best option for us. Obtaining the Sika scale has been very valuable to our office, not only for our patients who are already a part of our program, whether it be for medical or surgical weight loss, but we've additionally been able to offer body composition measurements out to our staff facility-wide. We actually took it to a health fair and were able to increase visibility of our program to those that work within our health system, and increase their opportunity to improve their health, even if maybe they're not battling obesity. Just offers ways that they can measure their own health and their own goals and gains in the gym or at the table, whatever it is that they're working for. And then also we've been able to offer it to other companies. There are other med spas, other sports teams that are out there that are looking for access to body composition measurement. They can come now to our clinic, and so it's an additional source of revenue as well. So in terms of quality care to our patients, to our staff, and then to our community, it's added value all the way across. So body composition adds value to our patients because they are able to see their journey as more than one variable. They're able to look at it now as more than a whole number of weight or a BMI because they can see where their muscle is. They can see that visceral adipose tissue, which we know is directly tied to obesity. We're able to show them that and show them how that's changing. We're able to show them how a plateau on a scale may not really be a plateau on their journey because muscle mass is increasing and fat is going down. So although a whole number may not be changing, they are gaining health. They're getting stronger and their body is changing in a way that's making health more of a reality for them. And in that way, it's able to keep them motivated in times that might be very discouraging for them because they feel like their journey is at a stall when it's actually not. Or they think they're doing great, but oh, let's look at this, and actually you're losing a whole bunch of muscle mass. Let's go to the gym. Let's figure out how to add resistance training in there. So yes, that weight loss is great, but we can also optimize your health. So they're able to use it kind of in both of those spectrums, and we are able to provide more tailored care and treatments to our patients. I do recommend the Sika scale to other practices across the board at ASMBS and our coordinator listservs. Anytime I see on Facebook someone that's asking for a comparison between Sika or other vendors, or if anyone out there is using body composition, Sika is the only one I recommend.